In this video, we're going to talk about F5 options. If you press F5, we'll talk about the options from here down to about here. In other words, about half the options on this screen. Starting off with these right here, layers. We have annotations max scale and buoy max scale. And let's set those both to 0.25 nautical miles. That's the zoom level. Here's the zoom level indicator. The distance from there to there on the chart is 0.25 nautical miles. And what this means is that annotations above 0.25 nautical miles are not displayed. Same things for buoys. So right now we'll click Apply and OK. And let's go back to this view button here. Here's an annotation line, and then here's one, and here's one. These are lines coming from the Raven vector data set. Here are the buoys. So now if I zoom up to 0.5 nautical miles, the annotations and the buoys go away. Press F5. Let's make the annotations their threshold at 0.5 nautical miles. So now they come back. And if I zoom up one more, they go away. I zoom down again, annotations are back. One more time, annotations and buoys are back. So that's those settings. And those settings are true for all view buttons. Here are the view buttons. So it doesn't matter which one of these you have selected, these apply. Then the vessel trail, you click that, and then every 20 seconds you get an icon dropped as a vessel trail. And if you look right here, you'll see pretty soon an icon starting to be drawn. See that icon? That's going to be just a silhouetted icon of the ship, and one of those will come down every 20 seconds. Let's go back and turn that off. Now you could shut off the heading if you wanted to. So here's the blue vector, the blue arrow for the heading. If we click on this box here, Apply, it goes away. The reason you might want to do that is if you had a misbehaved heading coming out of the AIS transponder, and if you used Alt-H to correct it, but it wouldn't correct because it wasn't a steady state problem with the heading, then you might want to just turn it off. Because generally when you're underway, course over ground is much better than heading if the heading's misbehaved. And then, so let's put the heading back on, Apply. And then Show Own Vessel AIS Position. If we had an own vessel AIS position, it would be a silhouetted version of our own vessel. And the advantage of this is you can see what's the difference in the AIS position and your pilot system GP position. Sometimes, usually, they don't overlay exactly. There's generally 40 or 50 feet difference in them. Sometimes there's more than 100 feet difference in your AIS vessel position and your pilot system GPS position. Moving on down, the increment waypoint at. Now we're coming up on a waypoint here. Let's zoom up a bit. There's the waypoint. Let's move our vessel down there a little bit closer. That's the turn alarm. We had the turn alarm enabled here, you see. So when you're within 2 minutes of the turn, you get that alarm. Now we got it set so that the waypoint will advance at the bow. So the waypoint selector is about to advance. It moves down. I'll zoom up so you can see it move down to the next waypoint. And you can select to have the waypoint advance at the bow, at the antenna. Here's the red dot is the antenna, or at midship. And the reason you want these options is that the cross track behaves differently depending on which range you're on. So you might want to stay on the range longer and let the waypoint advance at the antenna. The chart tracking mode is indicated by this arrow here. It can be north up, which it is now. We can do course over ground up, which is and then we could do heading up. Right now heading and course over ground are the same. Okay, let's go back to north up. We just covered turn alarm. And now if we look at water depth colors, if we go here, here's some water depth. Note right now that from 0 to 16 feet is shallow water. So this darker blue here is shallow. And you can look around on the chart there and zoom up one. And you can see that that's pretty much true 16 feet and below is the darker blue. Then the lighter blue is dangerous water, and that water is deeper than 16 feet. And so you can see that looking in the lighter blue, that's true. And then the same is true for safe water and deep water. Now you can't always depend, you can't be lulled into believing that there's infinite granularity in these selections here. This is dependent upon the information that's available regarding depths in the S57 chart. So keep that in mind. And then coming down here, we have the day-night color. From 0600 until 2000 hours, there's day colors, but you can make it, 0700 to 2000. So, you can make it any value you want. So that's when you start the day, and then start night colors here. When you first start Wheelhouse 2 on the startup screen, there's an option. The day or night will be set according to how you have this set here, but you can still change it right there at the startup screen. So that's about half the options on this screen, and we'll cover the rest of them in another video.